I got one question before I leave because my car parked on there. When I was younger, my mom died when I was like 17. I had a baby at 18. And he showed back up in my life now as on Facebook. And I said, well, you left a responsibility. Why you didn't take care of your kids? He told me it's in the past. You get over it.
So this, you gotta understand, when we bring it out of the Bible, this society is against the so-called black and Hispanic man, the so-called black and Hispanic woman, because the people that rule this society know we are the children of God. So they set up these barriers to break down the black and Hispanic family.
And he got to accept his responsibility like a woman. Yeah. He made a baby just like I did. So what gave him the right to leave and just leave?
That doesn't give them the right to, but also what our women gotta understand, they gotta learn how to pick they gotta learn how to pick men better, because
but you young, you 20.
Yeah, but when you read the Bible, God never set it up for us to have boyfriends or girlfriends. When you getting ready to marry, you gotta prove that person. Bring it out. Hold that, give me that in Sirach 6. Sirach 6 and 7. Listen to what God said about marriage. Because, like the officer was bringing out, sin. It's sin when we have boyfriend and girlfriend. Right. Because that's mortal. Because what happens? You get a boyfriend, you have sex with him, something go wrong, you go to the next man, he go to the next woman. That's mortal.
So how are you a pastor and you got a girlfriend?
That's incorrect. If that's what we are teaching, the Christian church, they don't do what the Bible says do. It's set up for monetary gain. It's not set up to edify the people to repent. Sirach 6 and 7, read that.
There's a book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7.
Read.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
So that goes for a friend, like friendship, companionship, also in a relationship. God said if you get because a man and a woman, a husband and a wife, they're supposed to be friends. God said if you get a wife or you get a husband, to know if they're around just for a time, or when things get hard, or I have a baby, they're gonna stick around through the hard times, through the good and the bad, and be with you. Keep reading.
And be not hasty to credit him.
God said don't be hasty or don't be quick to give that other person credit. You gotta really prove it. You gotta go through arguments, good times, bad times, to see if they really for you. Read.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
That's what a society has taught the black man in America. You a friend for your own occasion. I know you saw the show Martin before. Martin and Tommy, they used to have a saying, GTD, got the draws. That's the mind frame of the Negro. Right. They a friend for what? Read that again.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
Most Negroes on their mind is GTD. Let me get the draws. That's my occasion. Once I get the draws, I'm gone. On to the next one. So that's why you gotta prove a friend.
So why do you have a lot of women with women and men with men now?
Now, because we don't prove each other. We don't prove each other. So like I said, boyfriend and girlfriend, that's horrible. So once you keep trying, people trying, you get different spirits on you. Because sex is for married people. It's supposed to be. We don't know. Once you have sex with somebody, when that man ejaculates in you, his DNA is on you now. Now you got some of his spirit, some of his tendency. Some of him starts to rub off on you. And then you go to the next man, you get some of that man. That's why a lot of our sisters walk around here crazy. And the same for the men. Because we indulge in these spiritual acts not knowing the repercussion behind it. Read this.
Look at Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 29.
Come on.
No, this only have I found, that God had made man upright.
So God made man and woman upright, meaning according to the law. What law? Hold that. Hebrews 13 and 4. We're going to come right back to Ecclesiastes. So God said he made us upright, meaning a man has a woman that's supposed to be his helpmeet on the earth. They supposed to be married. That man only supposed to lay with that woman only supposed to lay with that man. But what we do today in society, we try all the women out to until we find that right one. Even some of the mothers and fathers, they tell you, hey, don't settle down with one sister. Right. You got to try them out. You got to see which one to pick. Hey, don't just settle for him. You might find a good man. Your mama tell you, hey, don't just settle for him. You got to try the other brothers out. You got to have you 2 or 3 men on the side just to see who the best. But that's not what God said. Read that.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4.
Come on.
Marriage is honorable in all.
God said marriage is honorable. It's honor when you get married. Not a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Read.
And the bed undefiled.
Read.
But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
They said boyfriends and girlfriends are judgment behind it. STDs, baby mamas, baby daddies. That's judgment for being promiscuous. Right. Go back to Ecclesiastes. So God said he made us upright according to the laws, statutes, and commandments. We were never supposed to have boyfriends and girlfriends. Matter of fact, get that Leviticus 19:29. God said that's horrible. So that's what we are here teaching our people. That's why the black family structure, the Hispanic family structure is in ruins in America today. Right. We transgress the laws of God. Read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 29.
Come on.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
That's what they promote in America. That's why you see all the young women on Instagram twerking. You see a young lady today, and this is how you meet her. From behind. You see her ass before you see her face.
Right.
Before you know anything about her, you see her butt.
Right.
She is showing you. God is showing you, though, that is whoredom.
That's right.
He said, do not do what?
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
He said prostitution. Boyfriend and girlfriend is prostitution.
Right.
Because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to have one boyfriend. So you are prostituting your daughter. That's what the black and Hispanic community do. We prostitute our daughters.
Right.
That's what we can't do, though, because God said don't prostitute your daughter. Don't teach her to be a whore. And we let them watch things like Basketball Wives, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Why the hell do you want your daughter to be like Kim Kardashian?
Right.
She is a harlot. Read.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Come on.
Lest the land fall to whoredom.
That's what's going on with our people. The nation of Israel, we fall into whoredom. You got a nation full of whoremongers and whores. Go back to Ecclesiastes 7. But God said he made us upright according to his laws, statutes, and commandments. But I'm going to touch on your first point again. What happened to the black man?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and 29.
Come on.
Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright.
God made us according to the law. We're supposed to get married. Marriage is honorable. Don't whore out your daughters. Don't let your sons be whoremongers. Read.
But they have sought out many inventions.
We seek out inventions. What inventions do we seek out? Hot girl summer.
Right.
Turn up.
Right.
Thotties, hotties. Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Kim Kardashian, Basketball Wives, side pieces. We seek these things out. God said we seek out the evil. And baby mamas, no wedlock in the black and Hispanic community. Those are the byproducts of the things we seek out. Isaiah chapter 3. So what happened to the black man and Hispanic man in our community? The Israelite man. What happened? We transgressed God's laws, we went into captivity. God said he would do something with the man, because the man is the infrastructure to the nation. Read that, Isaiah 3 and 1.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, the Lord of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the state and the staff.
God said he would take away the ability for us to provide for ourselves. The state and the staff of what? Read.
The whole state of bread and the whole state of water.
That's what happened when we went into captivity. When we went into slavery, we no longer had the ability to provide food and water at our own means. We ain't got no farmers. All the food you get, where you go to get it? The grocery store. Who owns the grocery store? The white man. Sam Wall. That is your enemy. So all the food you buy, all the water you buy it from your enemy, because God said he would take that ability away from the Israelite man.
So why don't we get our own food like all the other nationalities?
We started to, but you gotta understand, the so-called white man, he has crippled the mind of the Negro. When we went away from segregation, we integrated. We was like, the white man is gonna take care of us. In Revelation, God prophesied that would happen. He said we will be nurtured by the face of the serpent. The serpent is the so-called white man.
So when all these women get pregnant by these men and they leave them stranded, they get on government assistance, and the white man makes it where the man can't come to them. It's the woman.
That is a plan. That is not by chance. That is the setup. Because the so-called white man is your enemy. He knows in the Bible, like he read in 1 Corinthians 11:3, the black man is the head of the household. So how do you weed the black man out? With women, infant, children. Where's the man in this picture? He ain't there. That is the plan. That is the planning. All of it is by design. It is the scheme of the white man.
So like when I go to school, everybody in the class is women. Where's the men?
Right.
Why the men ain't going?
Because the white man has set it up in society. He wants the black woman the most educated. Because knowledge pumping stuff. So when the black woman is more educated than the black man, now she is jamming little boost. INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? I don't need a nigga. That's what she is saying. I don't need no nigga.
But if
I can do
know
bad
that,
I can do bad all by my own.
but if they know
Women
that,
now are loose.
okay.
Look, I'm just sure. I ain't saying the black man is fully righteous.
Man step up then?
I'm not saying the black man fully righteous, but I'm telling you, society is against the black man. And to push their agenda, they will help the black woman. They will push her forward in society so she'll turn against the black man. That's why I said knowledge pumping up, because in all that college education she is getting, now she looking down at the black man like, nigga, you ain't nothing. Right. But when you go back to civil rights, the black woman was right behind the black man. We didn't have nothing. We didn't really have anything, but the black woman stood beside the black man. But I'm trying to show our black woman, God said he took away the honorable black man out of the community. So in looking for a husband to lead you in the family structure, you gotta find a man of God. You gotta find a man that's trying to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Read.
For behold, the Lord of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem.
Jump to verse 2.
Verse 2, the mighty man.
God said he took away what?
The mighty man.
The mighty man, read.
And the man of war.
Read.
The judge and the prophet.
He said the judge, the prophet. We don't got no judges in our community. Who we got for leaders? Who are the black leaders today? They try to give entertainers and athletes to lead the black community. But they got politicians and men that sit back and think.
Jamal Bryant?
Yeah, they set up they set up Negroes that's in the white man, that's getting paid from the white man. Al Sharpton, T.D. Jakes. They pushing the white man agenda. They ain't giving judgment to the... Where have you seen any of these Christian pastors in the black community? They don't, all that murder going on in Oak Cliff, North Dallas, Pleasant Grove, you never see these pastors out on the streets where the people that's in gun violence and drugs telling them the laws of God. Right. Or proving them that they shouldn't hate their brothers. You never see that. Why? Because they are pushing a white man's agenda. So they sit back in these mega churches getting paid, but they don't care about the people. God said he would take them men away. But that's what you're seeing before you. These men right here you see, we are these men.
That's right.
Back up in the laws of God. Hold that. I'm going to prove it. Isaiah 30 and 20. I'm going to prove it. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 20. We are those men. The Israelites are those men. We are hearing the calling that God set up for us in these last days. Isaiah 30:20. Read that.
Here's the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 20.
Come on.
And though the Lord gave you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction.
The bread of adversity is captivity, slavery. We were taken away from our various homelands from 1452 on up to this day and scattered all over the earth in slavery. God said he gave us the bread of adversity. That's going into slavery, right?
And the water of affliction.
The water of affliction is tears. We can't do nothing but cry because of the state we in. That's why every time a George Floyd or a Sandra Bland happen, we can't do nothing but keep hope alive, march. We ain't got no army, no military, nobody with power in the earth fighting for us. That's why we got to depend on the Most High God.
That's right.
How will God fight for the black man, the Hispanic man, the black woman, the Hispanic woman when we keep God's commandments? Right. Because when we outside of keeping the commandments of God, God will not fight for us. That's why we on the bottom of society. Right. Read.
And yet shall not thy teachers
part again?
Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
I said your teachers, those prophets he mentioned in Isaiah the 3rd chapter, those judges, we won't be removed into the corners anymore. We out on the streets in broad daylight, in the eyesight of everybody, teaching thus saith the Lord.
That's right.
God said your teachers won't be removed into a corner anymore. They can't hide the truth. God said it's time for the truth to come out in the earth. Read.
But thine eyes shall see thy teachers.
Your eyes gonna see your teachers. We are those teachers. Go back to Isaiah. No, give me Psalms 94:16.
Jesus.
So we are answering the calling in the earth. The Israelites,
Right.
not no damn Christian pastors. Anybody in the Sunday church can't teach you anything.
Right.
They don't know the Bible. They only know what the white man gave them. Because they in that same lane, the black woman you was mentioning. Every time you go to a classroom, you said you only see black women. And the black men only in the theology and cemetery schools. So they can pimp from the pulpit. Rob the people blind, but never bring correction according to God. Read that.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 94, and verse 16.
Come on.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoer?
God said, all this evil going on in the earth, who gonna stand up against me? The black woman gotta answer that calling too. The black woman gotta teach these young women how to be mothers,
Right.
how to be wives.
Yeah.
Be submissive to the black man.
Yeah.
If your black man struggling, help build your black man up.
Yeah.
Right. But a lot of time, our black woman want to depend on the white man. I can do bad all by myself. Hot girl summer. No, that's not of God. Nowhere in the Bible did God tell you to be a hottie, or a thot, or a baby mama. He said you are a princess of Zion.
That's right.
Read.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Who working iniquity? Anybody that's not keeping the God's commandments, because iniquity is sin. Go back to Isaiah 3. So God said he took away the black man. That's what you asking.
Right.
But the black man that's of God, he gonna stand up in the last days. He gonna push God's message in the earth. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 2. The mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient, the captain of 50,
Read.
and the honorable man and the counselor and the cunning artificer,
Artificer. Come on.
and the eloquent orator.
Read.
And I will give children to be their princes.
God said he gonna give children the rule over us. That's why you see all these young men with their pants hanging off their ass,
Skinny
with a
jeans.
damn gun on their waist,
Right.
oppressing the black community,
Right.
selling drugs, robbing, killing, stealing. God said children. These young men growing up without a father, they gonna oppress the black community because I took the black man away. That's why the black woman, I said she gotta humble herself and understand a woman, she can do as good as she wanna do, she cannot raise a man.
Right.
She cannot show a man how to be a man. That's why we got all this black on black crime.
Right.
Because God said he will make it to where the woman was over the household, now the children coming up oppressing. Because the same black man that the black woman hates, she raised her son to be. That same man. Read.
And babes shall rule over
He
them.
said baby's gonna rule over you. Come on.
And the people shall be oppressed, everyone by another.
So yeah, the white man is the damn devil the Bible speaks of.
That's
but,
right.
but the black man oppressing himself.
Right.
We hate each other.
Bring it out.
We steal and rob from each other instead of being unified. Because that's where salvation comes, in unity. The black community got to unify. The Hispanic community got to unify. We got to unify under the laws of God. Read.
Everyone by another,
Come
and
on.
everyone by his neighbor.
Read.
The children shall behave himself proudly against the ancient.
And we ain't got no respect. He said the children disrespect the elders, the elderly in the black community. We disrespect each other. We ain't got no love for each other. But when the white man come around, you humble as hell. Your head to the ground, yes sir, massa. Because you look at the white man as God.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.